In the late 1940s, Russian researchers conducted an experiment that was later erased from official records. 5 people were sealed inside a chamber and told one thing: do not sleep. What happened next was never meant to be known. 5 test subjects were selected, political prisoners labeled enemies of the state. They were promised freedom if they stayed awake for 30 days. The chamber was completely sealed. Books, water, food, toilets, cots, but no bedding. An experimental stimulant gas was pumped into the air to keep them awake. There were no cameras, only microphones and thick glass windows. For the first 5 days, everything appeared normal. The subjects talked, read, and passed time. But after day 4, their conversations changed. They spoke more and more about guilt, fear, and memories they clearly wanted to forget. By day 5, they stopped speaking to each other. Instead, they whispered into the microphones, as if trying to communicate directly with the researchers. They believed betraying one another would earn favor. On day 9, one subject suddenly began screaming. He ran back and forth across the chamber, screaming continuously for hours. Eventually, his voice failed completely. The others did not react. They calmly destroyed the books and covered the windows, blocking the researchers' view. Then all sound stopped. No voices, no movement, nothing. For 3 days, the chamber was silent. The researchers assumed the subjects were dead, but oxygen readings told a different story. All 5 were still alive and consuming oxygen at levels consistent with extreme physical strain. On the morning of day 14, the researchers broke protocol. They spoke through the intercom. "We are opening the chamber. Step away from the door. One of you will be freed." After days of silence, a calm voice responded, "We no longer want to be freed." At midnight on day 15, the gas was removed and fresh air introduced. Immediately, voices began pleading, not to escape, but to have the gas turned back on. Soldiers entered the chamber and recoiled in shock. One subject had died. The others were alive, but severely altered, physically and mentally. They had stopped eating food entirely. Their bodies showed extensive self-inflicted damage. Despite their condition, they resisted removal violently. Several soldiers were seriously injured in the process. Some never recovered psychologically.